All the HP he has left. Silver Dart going up, tags them both in the recon. KJ's trying to stick it, but it's just not enough. Bappo finishes it out, and they win 13-5. Caste, congratulations.
And some infighting was occurring between the players.
Why, bro? No, you actually need to stop. Feels like I'm talking to a
Game's
wall.
not done.
Y'all did not call a site take. Y'all called nothing. Y'all just walked through.
We're still sitting A main fighting Jack.
So I told him, do you want the nice Ramos, that's nice, or do you want the strict mean Ramos? And they said, we want the strict mean Ramos.
And it was very surreal to me to be in that environment with the team.
I definitely was complacent after winning our 20.
That's fine, that's your decision. You're not going to play then.
I have a lot to prove to myself, and for that it was just really disappointing to be benched in front of people that count on me. And
I'm not like that in the sense of I do not care if you win or lose, right? And if there's a lesson to be taught in this, the lesson is going to supersede, right, the victory.
My name is Andrew Hernandez, and my gamer tag is Monkey with Hammer.
My name is Rowan, and my gamer tag is Kitasi.
My name is Jonah. My tag is Hyplex, and I've been a sub for the A team.
Okay, well, my name is Kirut. My alias is Sock Iwul.
so my name is Jonah Ethan Tonic, and my gamer tag is Dax Shea, D-A-X-S-H-E-Y.
Hi, my name is Ben Ramos, or Benedicto Ramos, and I am a teacher here at Cass Tech. I teach biology 10th grade. So I sponsor 2 clubs, the gardening club and the esports club. And then I also left out, I do teach a senior class, environmental systems, but yes, that's pretty much what I do here at Cass Tech.
I play Valorant, and I'm mostly support.
I play Valorant, and I'm more of a support player.
Valorant, I play Duelist, Sentinel Flex.
I play Valorant, and I play Initiator, and most recently Duelist.
And I play Sentinel and Smokes. Sometimes Initiator.
How has your time been at R20?
It was very, I'd say it was like very cool, it was very unique. I had spent a lot of my younger years looking at LAN events and getting to see all those players play in those rooms, play in that environment. And it was very surreal to me to be in those private rooms and to be in that environment with the team. It was very surreal. Against Steel, I think I was a little nervous just because we had a record of going back and forth.
2022, like October to November is when we played our first game against Steel, and we actually put up a fight. We did put up a really good fight, but we weren't able to win. So we'd always seen them as our competitors at the time.
Any other team, I kind of knew that we had it. I was very confident we'd at least finish second in the league.
We had very similar play styles to them, and it was almost like a perfect match for us. So
coming up to the last match,
leading up to that final, after playing them a couple of times, beating them, losing to them,
I was definitely a little nervous.
I was definitely nervous, but gotta stay calm.
Because I wanted to take it all. I felt that we had something to prove.
Wow, gets taken down, but Bappo with the double, bringing it down to a 2v2 as Rashadi is doing everything he can to keep his team with all the HP he has left. Silver Dart going up, tags them both in the recon. KJ's trying to stick it, but it's just not enough. Bappo finishes it out, and they win 13-5. Caste, congratulations.
Since that was my first major win, I would say I kind of like kept steady until we actually won. I'd say the energy was up, but I didn't want to get ahead. I didn't want to cheer early. So I would say that I didn't necessarily celebrate till we actually won, till that round finished. It felt very good. It felt like we made a statement. Like we really showed people like who we are and like what we do. It was very nice. It felt that I proved myself to an extent, that I had accomplished something as a player.
So Carrollton was an event at the beginning of this year that the kids found and were able to travel to.
2 or 3 days before the event actually took place, we had pitched it to our sponsor, Ramos, and he was very reluctant. Like he was very nonchalant about it just because of the notice. But that's when we decided to get the parents involved and they honestly really made the trip happen. I think if it wasn't for the parents, we wouldn't have been able to go.
I found it out a little later. It was more from Jonah on the A team. He told me that if one of the teammates couldn't make it, that I was the first choice to go with them.
I was hyped because I knew it'd be Andrew, and I've known Andrew. We're very good friends for the past 3 years, and he originally started off on the A team, so I had some level of trust and confidence that we would do good in the event.
Honestly, I've always liked Andrew as well. He's very calm, he's collected. I like the way he plays. I wasn't opposed to it at all. It's kind of opposite to Tristan, so we had to switch up the roles a little bit, kind of accommodate to him, or he had to accommodate to us as well. But I feel like we still performed pretty well, even without our main player.
I would say that day was honestly, like, I was pretty relaxed because I knew it was just like a trip for that day. We didn't play till the next.
I remember pretty much everything. Started off really slow. Us five as a group, we'd never been like together like that, so we didn't really know how to kind of like start a conversation.
We played Mario Kart while on the drive. Everyone on the team, we grabbed a controller and just started playing, and it was just a blast.
It was pretty cool. We played a lot of Nintendo Switch. We played Mario Kart. We talked a lot. We made fun of each other. Just the usual boy thing. And
so just going on basically a little road trip with them was it was super fun. That we just made a bunch of jokes throughout the whole trip, but it was fun.
And I think walking into the facility and seeing the stage, seeing our setup rooms, it kind of hit me. I was like, well, like we're here. Like we gotta get through it. And I did have jitters.
You are looking live at the Crosby Recreation Center where the Carrollton, Texas Back to School Bash is underway. And I'm looking towards Cass Tech, a very interesting team here. I mean, they won their local high school league, R20 Esports, and their team hailing from San Antonio, Texas. So they're here. They have some champions under their belt, and should be interesting to see, of course, as well. Indy Tech, they are going to be in his demise. Dax still in the fray, will find another, and just backing them off one by one. They fall. Still alive though with the kunai in hand is Nem, getting the value out of it, but no longer as Monkey goes huge, hammering down on him, and Cass Tech will get the round with the defuse.
I felt pretty good because I felt like all of us together, we could do it, but at the same time, it was a different setting, it's a different area. I was hyped, but at the same time I was a little worried.
Try and not let things get too out of hand, and the teleportation is going to be absolutely tragic there. Not expecting Tame Impala, who goes for 3 in Cass Tech. They, my words, responding with the partial buy, and they'll take all those Vandals, have the economic advantage. It's looking like a back and forth affair here. We could be all knotted up at 6 entering the swap.
Yeah, so again, I was definitely pretty nervous going into it, but I didn't want to show it just because people, I feel like on my team, I just play a role to where it's kind of like I try to be as calm as smart as I can for my team, and I just feel like on my team, kind of like a little bit like a rock, kind of like try to be there for them, uplift them. So not showing my nervousness was definitely one of my biggest objectives.
Indy Knights, they have this set up on the point, not expecting Bongle though from behind. We'll find another. The kills continue to matriculate in the feed. It just leaves Krish a 1vx, and it's not going to matter. The kills will justify the round going their way. The spot that they like to operate from, they like to operate on the retakes, but that's not necessarily what you want to see, at least in the early game of the retake. The Thrifty goes. Cass Tech says we are not out of it just yet. Look at that. Giving more room for the Indy Knights to potentially close it out here. Matter will find one. Tame Impala, wait, what?
Tame Impala with the clutch of the day. A 4-piece now with an opportunity to end it on an ace. As you can see, Dax from the outside don't get eliminated, and that is going to be a win going to the Indy Knights.
I think each setup is unique. It definitely was a different environment just because that stage was a little scuffed.
Look, I need more space. You need more space? Yes, look, I have no space with Ethan here. Like, is there just a way to move this over?
Rolling off the stage was a fear of mine.
And I'm sitting at the corner, feeling like I'm about to fall off.
Like, it was a very small, compact, intimate stage.
My headphones weren't working. Had to get new headphones from inside.
For some reason, the headphones that we were using, the Steel series, would not pick up the audio, even when plugged into the little brick PC. And it was weird because there was no way to fix it other than just unplugging and plugging it back in until it worked.
My audio wasn't working, like, beginning of the game. I couldn't hear comms from my teammates. I couldn't hear the game, so we kind of had to, like, fix that in the middle of the game. It was a little over the place with tech.
I've never experienced technical issues like that in an event or in individual play. So I would say it was totally a new environment.
And Spike goes down in a very precarious situation, but Babo with the flank comes away with a two-piece, and they're gonna get another.
Babo is absolutely laying it down, but now the last player standing is his teammate Bongo. It's going to not be all too manageable. You can hear it loud and clear, though. Hebron Black is bringing the energy here in that pistol round. They know they have set the tone early on.
It was a good event. At first, I will say, I thought we were going to play teams that were nobodies, and like, yeah, we got this. And we ran into the team that is the team of Texas, which is Hebron. So that was interesting.
That being said, you have a player that's really, really low if you're on Cast Tech here. One shot could just about do it. The last player standing in the turn and bird. He's got it. He's got the Thrifty to go as well. 1-1 we go. A fantastic round there for Cast Tech. Either side of the equation, now things start to get a little spicy.
Yeah, that they do. And what up? Is that a stuffed monkey right there on top of the monitor?
And here you have to play a lot more disciplined because they know how to shoot back.
Sova Ultimate has been lingering there for a long time. And Babo has the angle preset. Minty getting a little bit too aggressive. And now Bongo, Bingo, Bengo, Bongo, Bish, Bash, Bosh. Cast Tech will take it. And there you have it. They notched their first win of the day. Fantastic showing out of them.
Yeah, so midway throughout the match, so two of my teammates, Ethan Nati and Bappo, Alan Hernandez, both of their PCs crashed.
I don't know what's going on.
The worst. It kind of chalked a lot of our team's mentals. I won't even lie to you, it kind of chalked mine a little bit. But I don't know, I was still ready to play after that, even if we still lost.
Up to this, all the round robin play that we have seen, all these teams have played each other at least once here tonight, and only two stand after all the action we have seen. It's going to be Hebron Varsity taking on Cast Tech. Two players standing. Dax all the way back in the site, and two players will drop. Hebron Varsity are going to take home the championship for the Texas Back to School Bash. The rewards, let's see it happen here and now. The champions are, of course, Hebron Varsity. Runners up being Cast Tech for the Carrollton, Texas Back to School Bash. Again, powered by TEXSEF, live from the Crosby Recreation Center. We get to see the players receive their medals now.
I think that whole day was really tough. That whole trip was pretty draining, I would say. And like, you know, playing against a team that we've never heard of, that we've never, you know, played, that we've never, it was just, I'm not entirely upset with how we did. I think for all those obstacles to be in our way and for us to go to the length that we did, I think I'm proud of it, but I definitely want more. I want better from us.
You see all the players very, very happy with how the day has gone, to have these things to remember their high school years by, to have the opportunity to have competed on a stage like this as well. It is something special. And again, this is the future of esports here. It is the youth. It is the high school side of things, the collegiate side of things. These are the players that you are going to look for to really steer the future of what esports is going to be. Absolutely great performance out of these guys here today. This sure will be a memorable experience for all of these guys you see on your screen right now, taking home that second place runner-up medal there. And of course, the photo op, it is necessary here. You got to get everybody in the photo op as well. All the smiles, everything. It is fantastic to see. It's Cass Tech, runner-ups for the Carrollton, Texas Back to School Bash.
That was in October, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I went to ACL, Austin City Limits.
I don't really blame it on him. He had a valid excuse. I would want to go see Kendrick Lamar too. So
I saw Kendrick, saw 30 Seconds to Mars. It was worth it. It was worth skipping out. I gave y'all notice. I mean, it's fine. And I got a picture with one of the staff because they were there too. So it's not like I was alone just skipping out. I was there with the staff.
Yeah, it was. I like their competitiveness. They really, whenever they want to win, they get the job done. So.
Get the job done. Is that like in gameplay, communicating? How are they talking?
Oh, everything. Communicating, gameplay. We just lock in. They just lock in, and I have to like kind of cruise along with it and hopefully try to pick up and take Jonas' place there.
Oh my God!
What is the shot? Where did that even come from?
Oh my God!
What an ace! Oh, Tristan with an ace!
I don't know. Rowan's one of my best friends. I've known him since freshman year. One of my first friends since I got here. So I liked it.
Gets out two.
Three-piece. But it was definitely fun. We had a lot of laughs.
So really, right, we'd have to like sort of start with, right, when Fernando Garcia starts the club, right? At the very beginning, it's much student-led, and so the students did everything. Like Fernando and Joseph Rodriguez led everything in every event. They just needed me to be there, right? And that's what I was for sponsor. But I have my bio course, so I don't focus too much on like looking up for tournaments, looking up for fees, right? If they find them, they tell me about them, and then I go and sign them up, register us. But it was very student-led. When they graduated, right, and so for 3 years, very successful program. When they graduated, though, the next class that took over, right, and at the end of the day, you know, I'm the one that should be taking the mantle. It fell through the cracks a little, right? And so I would say the esports waned a bit. It definitely wasn't as strong as it was the years prior. And I've always had a hands-off approach. Well, they picked up really well last year. Again, we had a lot of passion from a lot of kids. I stepped back up a little bit to the plate, but the kids were doing everything again. And it's kind of the same with this year, but essentially we set up a practice schedule. And last year was great, started dwindling, kind of kids missing practice here and there.
I will say that our practices were very scarce. I feel like we kind of got complacent with how we were. The Hebron feat, I think, really hurt a little bit, and I think for a while we just all kind of checked out for a bit.
And some infighting was occurring between the players, right, when they don't have a set up structure. And I don't really, right, I wasn't in the thing of benching players or anything like that. So in any case, when the infighting was happening from a person sitting on the outside being their sponsor, right, if this were to fall apart, you know, that's their decision. Again, I don't push them or force them to do it. I don't want to call it it's fine, but it would have gone right away. So I step in, I ask them, okay, do you want me, right? There's two, you can have Ramos that's chill, right, relax, hands off, or you can get the Ramos that's going to coach you. Do you want, right, the nice Ramos, right, that's nice, or do you want the strict mean Ramos? And they said, we want the strict mean Ramos. So just to, I guess, say what happened, right? I set up a schedule for them to start practicing.
Junior year, been piled up with work, lots and lots of it. So I couldn't make practice a lot of the times.
I know me personally, I had family, like I had unfortunate circumstances pop up in my life that prevented me from going to practice.
Grades were kind of like going down too. You know, I like to keep pretty good. That's something I pride myself on, is my outside activities, grades, general knowledge.
From others, you know, it was just not wanting to play the game, family emergencies, other things. So,
and my logical choice was definitely to focus on my grades rather than go to esports practice.
So I said, okay, right, like that's fine, that's your decision. You're not going to play then.
I will say going into November, it was tough because due to the lack of making practice, I was benched for a game.
After I got them back up, Mr. Ramos notices that I still don't make enough practices. So I'm like, that's fair. I don't blame him for the decision. If anything, it was a good decision.
And that game happened to be the most important game of that event, of that day. Not that it's super important, but of that day. And I saw what happened when me and Karat got benched, and I won't let that happen again.
Right, it's just like a soccer match, it's just like this. We even had some kids, right, if they had a failing grade, or I told them, right, you're not gonna play this Saturday, right, do I need to show up, would be their response sometimes, and it was like, yes, right, just like if you're sitting on a bench for the basketball team or the football team, you show up, you dress out, or you don't dress out in the uniform, but you show up and you support your team on the bench. Same with practices, you're still expected to show up to practice, even if you're not gonna play, just like ineligibility for grades.
But looking back on it now, I understand what he was trying to do. I don't think poorly of him for that. In the moment, I wasn't happy because I felt embarrassed. And I felt that, you know, I have a lot to prove to myself. And for that, it was just really disappointing to be benched in front of people that count on me and in front of people that support me.
Strategically speaking, right, in terms of when am I gonna bench these kids, there's 4 games that day. And I can pick any of those games, right? This is a very important game. So usually a coach wouldn't want to bench your best players on the most important game because you want them to win, right? I'm not like that in the sense of I do not care if you win or lose, right? And if there's a lesson to be taught in this, right, the lesson is going to supersede, right, the victory. And it's for long term, right, not short term. And so essentially, I picked the game that was the most important to them, the one that was being streamed live, right, that I knew they cared about, that mattered to them the most, and I benched 2 starters. And I subbed in 2 other players. That did lead to them losing.
Well, last game we saw Highflex playing a Raze. Did we not?
We did. Last game we saw Highflex.
Now we get to see them playing a KJ.
On the Cast B side, so I believe he was the one that was subbed in into Cast A to help out.
Already bought up.
Oh, wow. Bappo, he's caught onto the aggression. He's going to stop and fight pressure.
Wow.
The rest of the team, my team, he's
Double
going to
classic.
4K. Oh my goodness, Bappo. Wow, what a way to catch them off guard. Going out. She's all tucked in the corner. What she can. She gets the first pick on Mavin. She gets another one, Reina. So that was really big goal. The rest of the team is going to come in in a minute. It's all up to Sky. What can you do? You're all alone. You have a Spectre. Not much. It's a 1v4. It's taken down. Cast A, 4-0. What a start.
Well, last game we started off 4-0 too. Let's see what TMI can do about this. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Hard truth was, we were pretty much, we 4-0'd at the beginning, and then they got around. We got around back, they got around. And then it just started snowballing from there just because of, not that we were worse, we were just pretty much tilted, uncoordinated.
Be able to hold it off this time. Remember, that one round Highflex was hiding in the corner. You got a double. Can he do it again? Yes, he can. Highflex with the 3K. Can he do spots one, but doesn't get anything. Unfortunately, Bongo takes him down before he can even shoot. Bappo with a huge push on Noodle. Just Thatcher charging into his face and just be able to get more pressure onto the A site. But look,
You see the KJ ult
the
out.
KJ ult, yep, is going down. And this should be a freeze plant by Catherine. Oh, Trisma with another one on the hug.
One enemy remaining.
Congo doing not much. Trisma, more trades going down to it. Looking like Cast A, another aggressive B. I'm liking this. Just like old times, they're pushing onto the site. But unfortunately, Mavic gets the battle free. But Trismo trades it out, and then Mappa, it just trades going down by both teams. So now it's a 3v3. And they should be able to plant the spike.
Aside from that, we see Pug creeping around mid right now, trying to get into heaven right now. They have their whole ult down over there, though. Kind of a bit of a waste at this point.
This fight could be huge between Bongo and Noodle. As we see Reina getting close, is she going to check the corner? No. Unfortunately, she gets taken down. Trade's going down. It is a 1v2. It's all up to RC Zer to be able to hold him. Congo takes down. It's a 1-on-1. Oh, she spotted him. She's gonna flash. What can RC Zer do? It's unfortunately not enough to hold. Congo closing it out and saving his team and taking the dub on the map of Split. It was a great comeback by Team I. They were down a few rounds earlier in that game.
Quite a few.
And once they did that, that was able for them to get the dub. To see the celebrations in the background from the TMI team. But what a great matchup, and that was it was a pull back and forth towards the end.
And sure enough, you can imagine how angry and upset they were. And they were very upset. As a matter of fact, the top player got really upset and left that day from the event.
Eventually, after that game, he just left, right? He was very mad at what happened, very mad at Ramos, and decided that he needed a break from it, in the sense where he's just gonna dip the tournament.
And they were mad, of course, at me, right? Because you didn't have to do it that game. You could have done it any other game, right? Now, the strategic part of that is, of course, if the kid really, really wants to play that game, which one then is the game to bench them? It's the one they really, really want. Because if they want that, take it away from them, and hopefully they'll learn their lesson, right? And it did end up working, right? I got a call back that day, right, from the student, sort of an apologizing mode of, I understand why, right? And moving forward now, they have been much more committed to each other and to each other's time, showing up to practice.
I knew that, like, after that TMI fee, I'm not going to let our team be embarrassed anymore. Like, we have to get it together. We have to adapt with whatever we have, whoever we have, and then just finish the day out. So those last two, I think it was 2 matches, 3? I don't remember. But I remember me and Karat took more of a IGL role, and we just kind of got everyone together and just steamrolled the rest of the teams.
It was fine. I kind of picked up an IGL role because next year, that's what I try to, at least, I hope to get into. I mean, we'll see. It could be me or Jonah, kind of like co-IGLing. But there's a lot of new talent, a lot of new and upcoming talent. At least I think so for our like B teams, and they have great aim. Probably some of them have better aim than the main team. So yeah, it's kind of made me a little more passionate about going to practices at least. Definitely making more practices, putting more effort into general team play, and it taught me the value of having good teammates.
Yeah, I'd say it definitely kind of whipped us into shape. It kind of got us in that mental, like, okay, well, we're here to play. Especially with the recent games of TEXSEF, HSCL, we have to be more serious. If we want to go to Kansas and we want to play on that stage, we have to be more serious.
Hey. You ready for your game?
No.
No, you gotta hit the grid again, man.
This monitor's dirty, bro.
Do you need your monitor clean, actually?
I have monitor wipes at home.
They use Pledge to clean the monitors. Do you want a monitor cleaner?
You have monitor cleaner?
You want one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Can I take one too?
Bro, that's more than enough, man.
Bro, this is dirty, fam.
HSCL is fun.
So yesterday's match was actually one of the most important matches in our bracket. It was determining whether we get that shot at Hebron or not. And we played the number 2 seeded school in the league, Jesuit. Going into it, we kind of looked up their players, we looked up their ranks. Like, we saw, what they were, how they played. We saw some comps, and I will say, going in, I was a little nervous because I knew that this was a very important match. I definitely had jitters, and first map we lost. We lost first map.
The funny thing is that we knew we weren't playing well, but we still got 9 rounds. It was 9-13, and they beat us. It was a good game.
And I think that's where I saw some of us getting upset, and then me and a few other team members were like, it's okay, like, what happened, just lock in. Like, we can't go back, we can't change what happened map 1. We can only do map 2.
We played pretty well. We played really well. We actually played together as a team. We were calming. I was making a lot of plays. So I was pretty happy with my performance and the team's performance, and we ended up taking that game 13-6.
So we did good. We did good on map 2. We played more organized. And then I was really up. We were really happy. The energy was there. And going into map 3, we just had a terrible start.
Short, the most short.
One enemy remaining.
You know he's short.
During that game, I didn't feel like I didn't play well. I wasn't calming well. I was making stupid plays, and it was just because I was all in my own head.
And I called it out. I was like, we're in our own heads right now. Like, we are our own enemies. Like, we are not playing against, we're playing against ourselves right now.
What's going on? I wanna know. Let's get out of our own heads. Yeah. Reset.
And so I think with that call, it kind of opened a few of our teammates' ears, and they realized, like, they're good, they're fine, they're overthinking it.
But thankfully, I mean, the two teammates that I really want to highlight are obviously my two close friends on the team. It was Jonah and Tristan. Actually, not my two closest friends. Everyone is my close friend on the team, I have to say. But Jonah and Tristan, they kept a positive attitude throughout the whole game, especially Jonah. He was performing really well, and I felt like I was letting him down and letting the team down in general.
You know, we won the next round, then we won another round, and then we won another round, and I was like, okay, we got this. Like, we're locked. Like, we got this.
Nice! 3, 2, 1, swing!
Nice! Okay.
Out. Nice!
Nice! Nice!
Nice! Elbow! Elbow, elbow! Elbow! Hide behind. Nice!
Nice!
Right, left side, left side, left side!
Yo. Sorry.
Flash out tap, and then ult. Ult it.
Ult.
Yeah, Molly. It's on, Molly on. No time. Yes! That's all time! 70.
Attackers win.
Dude, I like low-key when we were coming back, in my mind I was like, if we we're doing really good, but we can lose a round and it can easily be over.
Yeah.
I was like, we have to play good.
Yeah.
And then me and Tristan just kept running the same thing over and over, and they just couldn't adapt to it. Did they pay for it?
What was that? Was that
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
assuming so.
2-10 comeback?
It was a 9-3 curves. It was a 9-3 curves.
I think it was literally like 12-3 at some point. No?
No, yeah.
Bro, I appreciate y'all so much.
It was 11.
Dude, I told you, no, it was 12-3.
11-3.
Oh, wait, no, it was 11-3. It was 11-3.
And you won every single one.
You played so well today, bro. For real. Actual care.
Everyone did.
Dude, I felt confident.
I feel like I didn't do anything.
I low-key was so I did not want to play chamber. I'm gonna be honest.
Really? I know you
I didn't feel comfortable playing chamber.
You did really well.
Like when we were down 3-9, I was like, that's it. Like, you know, like we fought hard. We did what we did. Next season, I was literally.
Dude, I was like, this comeback is gonna be crazy.
I stopped myself from killing the mental because I was gonna ask, so when do we play again if we lose this? I was gonna ask, what season do we play in? But I didn't say anything.
I was thinking that too.
Dude, me too. I was like, well, like, how long are we gonna be out?
Bro, y'all two, like, y'all helped me so much, bro. Like,
Hold up, chaotic, 1 sec.
It showed me the value of teamwork.
The green circle crosshair. The green circle crosshair got me all those headshots. For real. The green circle crosshair.
I think it's the method.
They're so mad. They didn't even say GGs.
They didn't. They literally just left.
Well, from 11-3 to getting 13-11 is just crazy.
And getting kicked out.
Successfully came back 10 rounds in a row, and we 13-11 them, and then we took the 2-1 and we sent them home.
Yeah, it was a really good game, and I ended up ending the game going 15-15. I ended up going positive just only because of my teammates.
Yesterday they had an amazing game where they had a comeback from 3-11. They were down and they just swept them, reverse swept, won every game in a row. I think 10 consecutive to go 13-11, and it just goes to, honestly, what that goes more to is the resilience that such experience that they've had, so many games that they've played. Not a lot of teams in any sport, major sport or anything, do well with a comeback, right? When you're down in the gutter, you almost think it's over. You've already quit kind of inside. They didn't quit, and they showed that grit, and they just wanted it, and they took it.
I will say it was very exciting. There was a lot of energy. I will say, though, that it was also very satisfying to kind of demoralize the other team. You know, like, they had it, but we just wanted it more than they did, so we took it from them. I think that was very satisfying because I've been in that position, and it's nice to be on the other end of it.
I was very proud of them. Their comms have increased in terms of being constructive criticism and very uplifting. Like, good job, guys, we got this no matter what, as opposed to being down. So that's good.
What's the difference between playing on the varsity B team and playing on the varsity A team?
Varsity A team, it feels more connected. I feel like it's more like they're in each other's minds more than the B team. We kind of like are a little bit stagnant on when it comes to like doing team plays on the B team. But A team, they know and they like communicate well with calls. So yeah, it was easy to just get in there and do whatever they say.
Communication. There was a lot more play talk from Alan. He was definitely the initiative. He definitely told the whole team, you know, do this. Or there was a moment when we were pushing a site and he was like, oh, Andrew, I need you to do this thing. We need a lot more. I realized we need a lot more of that on the B team.
Much of the weight, I wouldn't say was lifted off me, but was shared in the sense that I could trust the calls. I could trust all of the things that they were saying a bit more confidently.
Do you have anything that you want to bring back from the A team to this B team?
Oh, for sure. The communication. I feel like our communication goes a long way in the A team. So, yeah, communication as well as just like taking team plays against the enemy teams. That's something the A team does very well.
I'd rather have that freedom that they could trust me on this role, and I do my job and I listen to what they're saying. So I think that being able to have that sort of freedom on a team that knows what they're doing a bit better and knows individually that I can rely on them is just overall better.
Awesome. Any final comments? Anything that you would like the audience to know about you or anything?
Winter Cut's going crazy. You already know. We in it. YGG on top.
YGG on top.
Twitch.tv/Daxshay, DAXSHUY. Please go follow. I need money. I need to pay for college.
So basically, this is the organization that saw our 20 win and decided to pick us up. So it's pretty cool to finally get recognized by an organization. It kind of showed me that I have future potential in this game.
Hope that what I'm going to eventually do, as it's just my sophomore year, is I'll be able to win stuff, maybe lose stuff, maybe get in the middle, right? But I'm just really excited for what lies ahead and really excited for any opportunities that I might have.